seeding, like they would play pretty much every week, either in winners
Oh, wow.
or losers, like at least once.
Okay.
And so they have a giant set history, and Eric's won a few, but it's heavily skewed in Jake's favor. And
a lot of Marth struggle with this matchup.
A lot of Marths?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Falcon just has really...
Zane famously struggled with this matchup for a long time.
Yeah, it's just if the Falcon is like actually really tapped in on the hit confirms and like is getting grabs out of scraps, then you can just kind of die really early.
Right. I feel like your punish as Marth is so much harder.
Yeah, it's a little less linear. It's more about like being able to like usher the Falcon off stage and effectively edge guard than necessarily getting a good combo. But that's like kind of like the eternal
Marth
question,
dies
like
so
up or out.
fast.
Yeah, that's also It's also more about, I think, Jake's punish game. I think there are a lot of Falcons that do not kill Marth as effectively.
Oh, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. I kind of disagree, but we'll see. We'll see. I might get some solo commentary later tonight.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see how Eric plays like spots where Jake's on platforms. I feel like, especially like after a reset. More like when Jake is like actionable versus like flat type chases. I feel like a lot of times I see Jake kind of like get off platform for free, or like
that's
get a
interesting but questionable nair there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, that's tough. Sometimes I feel like those like that's like I don't know exactly what Marth should do there, but it feels like getting a down air out of that scrap is like a loss because Falcon just techs away and resets to neutral. I think this is like I feel like sometimes as Marth in this matchup, like the vibe that I get is that you've got to.
Eric loves to do that running off fair.
Yeah, that was a really cool edge guard. Sometimes I feel like it's a lot about like not taking the hit that you can get because you can get it, but like pressing your advantage to get like a juicy opening against Falcon. Because all of Falcon's openings like lead to like deadly kill confirms. You know? I like it. Eric's playing a little freaky today.
Yeah, not many Marths have the punish game to keep up with Falcons. I think that's why they struggle.
A lot of it is like not being comfortable, not full up throwing, like being comfortable off of back throw and stuff like that. Like I watched Kadoran play Jake.
What does Zane do? Does Zane just like tech chase like at low percents?
Zane does
until knockdown.
Zane does tech chasing until like the up throw platform stuff is like
guaranteed.
It's like I don't know if it's guaranteed, but like
it's
Zane,
like actually it's
knows,
reactable tech chase.
Yeah. But I watched Kadoran play Jake at the function, and it was a lot of like back throw and like tech chasing. And like that sort of stuff.
I don't think I've ever watched Kadoran play a Falcon, honestly.
It was crazy how he would like turn any knockdown into like Jake's death. It was extremely impressive. It was like you didn't really see anything super like cool, but it was all just extremely streamlined and effective.
Yeah.
I was all
I think that kind of defines Kadoran's Marth, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's been getting a little swaggier lately. Is it just me?
I don't know. I kind of have elected to turn off streams when Kadoran's on more recently, to be honest.
I know it's hard to watch the standing still Marth.
Yeah.
Like
or the F smash Marth.
Yeah, stand still and F smash. Yeah.
Let's see. FD is an interesting one. I think there's a similar thing, kind of like with Peach and Shikir, where FD can just be good for Falcon. Like I think the way that like
because the down throw follow-ups are easier, right? With no platforms. Yeah.
And Jake's really good at like down throw into like.
I feel like Eric could have gone down there.
Scrap mix up even when he can't like get the grab, like stuff like that, right? Like. Quick 45, reset to neutral. Oh, a great idea with the tomahawk grab.
Oh, I like that.
Slightly misspaced. I'm noticing like some well-timed gentlemen. I didn't realize how important like getting out your 1 or 2 like jabs really quickly to like clank with Marth and like allow yourself to dash back. I didn't realize how big that was in scraps.
Oh yeah.
It feels like if there's a lot of spots where if Jake wasn't willing to do like a jab clank or like do a low percent like CC trade, he wouldn't be able to like dash out and get out of danger against Marth.
That looked funny. See, the Marth follow-ups on grab are just sad sometimes to watch.
Yeah, you really got to be tapped in. Like it's just you got to lab it. It's not like a.
Oh, nice.
It's not particularly intuitive. I don't feel like you've got to like, and it's also a lot of like pivots.
I played this matchup a little bit as Marth, and yeah, I always struggle with the punish game.
Oh, great CC, and that's it. Yep. Let's see. What I was going to say earlier, when it comes down to their sets, they're either like extreme brutalizations in Jake's favor, or they're like really sweaty games 5s, but Jake still wins kind of either way. It's more of a matter of like how Jake wins versus like if Eric wins recently.
Right.
I don't know if anyone could pull up their set history, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jake's had gotten at least like 10, 15 in a row.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, Eric's super good. I mean, Eric could do it.
Ooh, barely avoided that knee.
Eric is like a classic FOD Marth too. He loves this stage.
Oh man, that up B goes so far.
Oh, I like that. I was expecting a stomp.
Love the dare edge cancels.
Yeah, those are the kind of spots that I'm talking about, where it's like a lot of times Jake will be doing some shit on platforms and just kind of try to sort of bait Marth to like burn his double jumps and end up like
there.
Yeah, kind of like yes. Kind of trying to like flip-flop positions, because I think when Marth comes down, it's so easy for Jake to get a grab off those mix-ups.
Oh, yeah. Just waiting for Marth to come down.
Yeah, it's like if you're trying to break Marth's wall of like aerials and dash dancing when you're grounded, it's a lot more complicated, I think. But if you're kind of like putting Marth in awkward spots off of coming down from platforms, it's a little bit more streamlined.
That's when I hate. That's when I hate Falcon on the stage. Is when those like low platforms and they're just stomping.
Yeah, I think it's one of the only places that is kinda advantageous for Falcon in terms of the FOD platforms. But I often feel like I've seen like nairs get eaten by it too. FOD is just, I don't know. I still think FOD is just like so bad for Falcon. It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like none starts on the stage.
I understand trying to get it out the way and trying to sort of specialize into it. I think like
he did a couple times at Dome Park.
I think it's worth it to just kind of like have your FOD sauce. I think it's a requirement when the stage is so polarized against Falcon in a lot of the biggest and a lot of the most popular matchups, like with both Spaceys and like Sheiks, which is like the most common counter pick for Falcon.
Attack.
Yeah, tough. You kind of feel like Eric needed that one out. I felt like Jake gained a lot of momentum towards the end of that game.
Oh, did none counterpick OKP to FOD? That'd be kind of crazy. That's crazy.
I low-key like FOD against Pikachu, but it's very different from Fox.
Yeah.
But I think
does Falcon have counterplay when he's under the stage like that, or is like fair to up B back to ledge just like guaranteed death?
I think it's just one of those things that, like, depending on where Jake is positioned, you can either, like, pressure it and maybe grab ledge, but it's kind of one of those things you got to accept, like, you got to accept the loss if you aren't in the right position. It's not worth contesting.
Nice.
That's kind of a big thing against Marth. A lot of it is, like, if you don't hit Marth far enough, like, it's just really paramount to know, like, when to grab ledge and, like, when running in and contesting Marth as they're coming back is just asking to eat 3 damage, especially at, like, higher percents, because once you get knocked down, it's so rough. Cheeky.
Is there something Jake could have gotten off the grab release there? I was wondering why he pummeled so much.
Jake is just a big pummeler in general.
Oh,
Jake's a firm believer that is, like, whether you pummel or not is a mix-up, and you can catch a lot of players, no matter how good they are, slacking in that mix-up.
Yeah.
So Jake will pummel people 4 or 5 times if they haven't illustrated to him across the set that they're gonna mash out.
Right.
It's more of a player quirk, and
I'll
honestly,
definitely pummel a little bit more if I notice they're not matching, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen Jake get a criminal amount of pummels.
Yeah.
On some people. So.
Have you seen the Harrison tweet where he says?
Someone was
pummeling is BM because it's like you're like testing something that's like not even technical, and it's like it's kind of like not part of the game. You're just like making them like fuck up their controller in their hands.
I think that's a little bit like wham wham boo hoo, like, you know, go and cry.
I kind of agree with it though. I feel like it's a little bit BM.
I don't think it's BM. I think it's a.
You don't think so?
I think it's a universal mix-up that everyone. Everyone gets to participate in, and I will say, like, box players just don't mash. It's just a thing. You go.
Oh, do they not?
Box players don't mash. They're fucking weird about it. They all just don't do it. And so Harrison saying that, and then Audrey coming in and saying, "Yup, Rio is the notorious not masher," is really just like vindicating, like.
I think it's, you know what, I'm the opposite. I do like the reverse. Like, I don't mash unless I see that they're a pummeler. If that makes sense. Because I don't want to waste my hand cartilage. Look, I'm 33 years old. I only have so much life left in my hands.
I'm not saying that it's like a, if you just like, if there's just an acceptance that no one's going to pummel and you are just prepping your perfect SDI the whole time, like, if that's what you're doing, like, why not, like, punish that? Like why would you subscribe to that? Why would you just be like, yep, I'm just not gonna pummel here. I'm gonna do the one that is true, and I'm gonna let them have their perfect little DI because everyone knows all the right DIs on all the things.
Yeah.
Why not just pummel them 3 or 4 times and mix up, like, give them a faint thought of, like, wait, like, I just got pummeled for the 3rd time. Like, should I start mashing now? Or are they gonna keep doing this? Like, it is a part of the game. And if you're just gonna, like, neglect to do it because you don't feel like mashing, then, like, honestly, skill issue. Like,
forget ledge grab limits. We need pummel limits.
Like, if you get pummeled like 4 times by, like, Jake, like, across 3 grabs while you're getting RTC'd, like, you deserve everything that you got, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that is, like, you know.
Audrey's contesting your mix-up theory on pummeling.
I mean, it's not really like a mix-up, but you know what I'm saying.
It can be with DI if you change the number of pummels. Like if they're expecting like.
Also I think the pummel isn't inherently a mix-up, but there is a mental aspect to what people will expect you to do based on if you pummel. Like, for example, I feel like a lot of people will assume that you're going to do the most intuitive or traditional throw until you start pummeling.
Yeah.
Like, if you are, a lot of times, like, I was analyzing a set I had, my set with Pog, with Zamu. And Zamu was talking about, like, every single time you grabbed Pog and you back through instead of up through, you, like, did an extra pummel first. Like, you were low-key showing your hand by how you were pummeling.
Yeah,
and, like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, they're pummeling. That means that they're, like, applying more brain effort towards, like, the throw option that they're going to do next, rather than just, you know, buffering with the C-stick.
Yeah.
So I think like it's just part of the game. Like it's just clearly there are just like multiple layers to it. Like if someone grabs me off of like a tech roll on a platform, like a fox, and they pummel me, I'm probably gonna switch from like DIing in to DIing out to prevent getting back throw up smash. Like that's something that I'll only really do once that pummel happens. Because most people aren't really trained to like tech chase, grab, back throw, and like chump check you that way. You know, it's more of like a decision after the fact to mix you up.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're kind of tuning out on the set, just talking about pummeling, which I think this is a fun conversation.
Game 5.
But let's peep this game 5. Game 5 0-0. Oh, insane grab.
Oh, was that a backwards grab?
Yeah, I think
weird.
Jake probably missed his turnaround and got lucky because Eric tried to dash through. Let's see here. I'm curious. Yep. A little shaky.
Yeah, Eric's
tournament winners.
A little
stomp,
passive.
knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough here. It's just one of those things where
Falcon does win these. I agree. Oh, opportunity. Oh.
Yeah, let's see if Jake gets down here safely without any. Yeah, it's really hard. He can crouch just so effectively here. That should be. Yeah. Like I said, that's really kind of how it goes. It's either a stomping that like Jake just wins, or it looks like that, but Jake kind of wins anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's just. I think Erika's probably just held back by like a couple of key things in the matchup, and
I feel
probably
like
won't start beating.
He
Jake
played a little scared on that last stock. I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like Jake sniffed it out.
Part of it is player grit. Sometimes I'll be playing people and I'm like, wow, I feel like if this person was like more mentally prepared to like for the like prospect of upsetting me, they would just beat me, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes like you will just be doing everything you can to lose the set, but like you've got that like mental of like I'm gonna win this.
Yeah.
And the other person is the one who starts playing shaky. It's a big thing.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
But that was a good set. I'm gonna go ahead and play loser semis.
All right.